Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we are reading for the overview of Aries season. Aries season will be from March 20th through April 19th. Now, when I am doing the overview, the big reading, and I look at this as kind of like the chapters in our lives, where the general readings are more of the paragraphs of our lives or the pages of our lives. So when I am reading for the longer readings, I use a bunch of decks. I am using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I will then go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. That helps to provide some clarity, kind of fills in the gaps. We then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and what that does is that helps to give us words of advice. My Archangel Power Tarot cards, again, Radley Valentine, and I really like how they kind of summarize everything. We then will be going to another Radley Valentine deck, and I did this, I think, last time. We'll pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. This is a little wordy, but it's got a really nice message. It's very gentle, okay? But the message, I like the messages. I will use, during the beginning part, this introduction, I will also pull from my Rider tarot cards. It's one of the more original tarot decks. Okay. Then I will finish with my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay. I am an intuitive channeler. What that means is that I open myself to higher power. Let whatever the message is come through my mouth. My job, just deliver it for whoever might need to hear it. And I do love hearing that the message was delivered. So, like I said, it may or may not resonate. And again, that's great. That's okay. Take what you like. Now, let's go through a little bit of the overview of what Aries season is about. This is just kind of the planetary movements, and just so you can get a little bit of a basic understanding. So on March 20th, Aries season began on 5:38, and this will all be Eastern Standard Time. It is also the equinox. Equinox means equal light and day. Now, in the northern hemisphere, that means it's the spring equinox, and in the southern hemisphere, that is the fall or autumn equinox. And that actually started again on the 20th, but that was like at 5:37 a.m. So they're really very close to each other. So we're just going to say, now, something with the, I go through some of websites. I don't watch other readers. I don't watch other, horoscopes per se. But I do look at like where planets are and, what time that, they're transitioning or where they're going to be at, right? One of the messages that I picked up that I'm surmising is that, again, this is new start, new beginning of the astrological year. So, with the planetary movements, a lot of the messages from sites, and I do post that on my YouTube community, or I post these, sites that I get a little bit of this information from on my Facebook page. I haven't been really active in my Instagram or my Twitter so much, or my Pinterest, but the overall energy is something big's happening, surprise, get ready for some interesting energy, get ready for some interesting news. Now, is that going to be in your personal life? It could be. Is that going to be in the overall general, world, the life of the world? It could be that too. The thing is that no matter what goes on in the world, we still have to live our own lives, and we still have to make our own choices as much as we can make those choices. So much influences us, and so much, we are held, and I'm getting conscription, yeah. We are held to a certain standard, just because, if you want to have a mortgage, if you, have a mortgage or rent, or, we have to pay our rent, we have to, roof over our heads, food in our mouth. So there is certain things that, we have to comply with in order for these things to happen. But in some ways, this is also going to be about, Again, I know I talk about it all the time. Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus illusion. And as Saturn gets more and more into Aquarius, and it'll be there for 2 years, we will be seeing more of that. We will be having the choice to see whether that we want to look at the reality or the illusion. Okay, just letting you know all that. So overall energy, let's go ahead and pull an angel tarot card. And here we go here. Oops. And the pink deck that I said, they're actually guardian angel tarot cards. That's what those are. This is the angel tarot cards. Let's see what we might have for the overall energy for Aries. And I have my notes right over here, so that's why I looked there too. Because here we go. 1, 2, and 3. As you might know, if you follow, reverse cards have a really strong energy. So we have 3 cards face down. First card up. Oh, get busy, get ready, do your work. 7s, that number is a perfect number. It has a divine meaning. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, get down to business. Money energy too. So the overall energy with this is a lot of the things we've been waiting for, a lot of the things that we've been doing will come to fruition during this time, or at least they will start to pop their heads up. Think of it as with the spring, we've planted the seeds and now they're popping up. We do have to nurture these dreams. We do have to nurture them, keep them watered, or however we want to do that. And again, too, I'm talking about keeping our vibrations really, really high as much as we can in order for them to grow. So this Aries season is about a lot of growth, but it's a lot, new beginnings, new starts. Anyway. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Your next card up is the Ace of Air. Now, air energy is our Aquarius. It is our Gemini. It is our Libra. There's going to be all of these energies, all these air signs will be in play a little bit this month. Some a little more than the other, okay? Air is strategic thinking. It is making some plans. It could also be hearing news. Now, aces are new beginnings. You can think of those as a 1. So again, a lot of the things we've been working on, a lot of the things we've been planting, a lot of the things we've been that we've been wishing and wanting, we should be seeing them start to grow. So this is what's happening in Aries season. Now, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. Remember Saturn, I know. Reality versus illusion. A challenging beginning. And that's, and as you're going to see, nothing's going to be, I have some words that I, during my meditations from higher power, nothing, life isn't easy. Life isn't easy. It is a challenge. It is a journey for us, but it's very worthwhile. Your last card here, 6 of Water. So here we have, now it's interesting that in a fire sign, which is what Aries is all about, and remember, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are all fire signs. They are about, passionate, burning, very determined type of energies here. So we're in Aries. We have our earth energy here. We have our air energy here. And now we have our water energy. Water is Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We are finished with Pisces season. It's very emotional. There's a little bit of romance. There's a little bit of nostalgia here too. Okay? 6 is the number of man. So kind of like, what is it that we can create? What is our illusion? I'm getting what is our illusion? What do we need to look deeper into? Now the 6 of Water has a lot of nostalgia in it too. So it's kind of like you need to see, maybe this is about looking back and seeing the truth of your situation. Anyway, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Okay, so now, like I said, when I'm doing my meditation, when I'm preparing even, I ask higher power to give me some words, give me some, what I need to share for you. And this one is, and I'm, I'm not going to say, and this is why I really don't watch other readers and I don't read other horoscopes, because I don't want to influence what comes through. But, as I'm preparing and getting times and stuff, I'm sure that there is some of those influences that do seep through. But with higher power, and also too, I was pulling my guardian angels with this too, so to help me with some of these words. And what I got was, it's up to you to claim your personal power. No one else will do it for you. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to higher power. Life is to be lived. Let go of in what I call stinking thinking, okay? And flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. And what that meant to me was, you know what? People, you do what you've got to do, but you let me do what I want to do or what I've got to do, okay? So, sometimes we can't always do what we want to do, but it is live and let live. Now, these two are here. Let's see what we have, and let's go pull one other card. They were sideways, but I'll put them as reversed. And here we go. Let's see. And like I said, this is my Rider Tarot cards. Now, if we ever get the Death card, please don't be afraid of that. It just means something happens very quickly. So something has to end in order for something to begin, and it happens very dramatically and very quickly. So don't ever be afraid of that card. I've had that in my life, and I'm like, oh, no, but nobody dies. It's just a situation changes quicker, okay? And sometimes it's a situation we want, but we just didn't want it to change so quick. Okay, your first card here is the King of Wands. Now, the King's underlying energy is air energy. And again, we've talked about what air energy is. The overlying energy is fire energy, and I've talked about what fire energy is. The King of Wands is taking a look at the whole big picture. Okay, so with this, look at everything. Look at everything. Don't take anything for granted, but don't get so caught up in the small stuff that you forget to live your life. Okay, Temperance, all about balance. We balance, keeping things in an even keel. Ooh, not evil, even keel. Keeping things. Remember your work-life balance type of thing, and also to your thoughts, words, mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your intuition, keeping things in balance, okay? And that means taking care of yourself during this time, getting the proper rest, eating well, doing the things you need to do. Now, a lot of times, whether you're in spring or autumn, a lot of times we need to look back and say, okay, if we're in spring, maybe it's time for us to, go on that diet. If we're in autumn and we're getting ready for winter time, hey, it is still, there is changes in those habits too. So it's kind of I'm getting a really I'm getting kind of a get out of your funk, get out of you, and that's F-U-N-K, get out of your funk, get out of your sweat clothes, because, start moving. Now, yes, you're saying, well, if I'm in my sweat clothes, no, the people that I'm talking to, you've been in your sweat clothes and you haven't been moving. So if you're going to wear the sweat clothes, get moving. Anyway, so Aries season, get moving. Again, that would go with life is to be lived. Your last card here, okay, and that is reversed. That is the Nine of Swords. Swords is your air energy, which we've talked about also. And that's the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. There's a lot of things that have to be let go of. There's a lot of things that you need to rethink. There's a lot of things that you need to rehash, and yet at the same time also let go of. Now, fours do have some stability to it, and it's also about organization. Now, remember too, and I know I talk about this, but Saturn and Jupiter become more and more enmeshed in the Aquarius energies as we go on. So again, keep our vibrations high during this time. All of the planets are direct, and they will be direct until the 27th of April. So this is pushing us forward. There's a node that's retro. I'm not going to get too much into that, but most of the planets are pushing us forward. Aries season is pushing us forward also. Now, couple of things that I thought were important. was the 21st of March and the 22nd of March. We had, well, the 21st, we had Venus entering Aries, okay? Venus is emotions. Venus is about love, relationships. And as it enters into Aries, it is, it is passionate. It is bringing things up in our emotional states and also in our relationships. And then we have, though, Gemini is trined with Saturn and Aquarius. That is really, that's, okay, Saturn is what, like I've talked about that all the time. And Gemini is about independent thinking. Geminis are very independent thinkers, and they do, they're very quick-witted also. So there's something, just think about that 21st, 22nd, especially with your relationships, especially with how you are viewing your relationships, okay? Now, we jump down to the 28th of March, and we've got some interesting stuff going on there too. The 28th of March, the moon will be full. It will be in Libra at 6:27 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, it is trine. There is a grand trine with that. Now, that is also, grand trines are very lucky. They're very, oh my goodness, what do I want to say about a grand trine? They're very magical in many ways, and they are times for great manifestation. So remember, new moon to full moon, as the moon is waxing and getting bigger, that's when we're requesting. Full moon to new moon, as it gets smaller, waning, that's when we let go. The full moon is one of those times where we do it all. We do release, relinquish, request. Release what we don't need anymore, release what's holding us back, relinquish what we don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. And remember, we have so much Aquarius energy, we need to speak it out. So there is going to be, the trine, full moon in Libra, it trines with Saturn in Aquarius. Now remember, Libra is about balance. Libra likes balance. But Saturn, Saturn in Aquarius wants to bring things out to you. So there could be a little bit of information that comes out, or situations that you're like, oh my gosh. But we need that. Libra needed to balance it, because people were too strongly one way, and so this is to balance the other. Now, the Libra is trined with Jupiter, which is also in Aquarius. That's about good fortune. So there could be some changes in fortune for the positive, okay? That could bring money in also. Then we have Libra trines with Mars in Gemini. And remember, Mars is an Aries energy. But, so this is the warrior. This is the, going into battle type of energy. But Gemini has you thinking through this. Gemini is kind of like pick your battles, choose wisely. What is it that you really want to go after? So the full moon in Libra is going to be about, it could be about sudden changes, shifts. It will go towards the positive, though of course full moons are always a little bit uncomfortable for many of us. Unexpected information, unexpected kind of like, surprise, this is happening. Again, too, I talk about when, I never say to worship the moon. Higher power is for who I worship, or, who I connect with, I should say. But a full moon is a divine creation, so I do feel that the energies do scientifically affect us. It affects the world. So it is a good time to make that connection and to put out your energies, okay? That's where I say release, relinquish, and request. Whew! Now, I didn't put a date on this, and I don't know why, but Mercury is in Pisces at this time. It's going to be conjunct with Neptune, which is also in Pisces, and they're both at 21 degrees. So there's something going on there, and it's going to be between the 28th and the 3rd of April. I think it was like the 28th through the 31st of March, but I didn't put a date on that. My bad. Anyway, it connected with me because again, Mercury is about communications, and and Neptune and Pisces, they do delve into that darker place, that darker area. So this could be some dark, deep secrets, conversations, notifications happening. But the thing is, with that full moon, again, so as things kind of, I don't know, do we want to say they get set in motion? It could be some of these things are brought to that light, okay? Because, Libra, air energy, Aquarius, air energy, Gemini, air energy. Okay. Then we go on to April 3rd. April 3rd, Mercury is entering into Aries at 11:42 p.m. Now, let's see what we want to say about that. Now, Aries fire sign. I am going to say, watch what you say. Watch what you talk about. Aries might push you forward, and you may overpromise. So you may say, sure, I can get that done, and then afterwards, as you're trying to get something done, especially in your work, you're like, oh my gosh, I said I could get it done, but I didn't know I had to get it done yesterday. So just watch your mouth, watch what you say, because I do feel that there's going to be some impulsive type of communication at this time. So let's go on and see what we have here for the 3rd of April when Mercury changes. Here we go. 3 of air. Okay, so 3s have a celestial type of energy. 3 of air is a recovery time. To me, that's the 3 of swords. I look at that as recovering. So this could be one of those times, maybe this communication will be where somebody comes back into your life and you need to, have a really strong conversation about your relationship. But the 3 of air, that's the 3 of swords. So it's that heart with those 3 swords. And everyone's like, no, 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 along with the death card. Put those away, put those away. It is about recovering. It is about healing. It is about getting things out. I'm kind of getting this, like you need to regurgitate the emotion in order for you to heal again, okay? So that could be vomiting of the mouth, and I don't mean you're going to physically get sick, but it's just like so much stuff just comes out. So, again, I'm going to say be careful a little bit too, because once it leaves, it can never come back, okay? So great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. Reverse, let's see what we have here. 9 of fire. 9s have that finality, completion energy. We've talked about fire energy. I love her. She is so strong. Whether you be male or female, it doesn't matter. She has such great strength. So, I like to call her the dragon tamer or the dragon slayer. Sometimes there are dragons that we need to slay. So this is all about standing firm. Okay, so if you're going to say something, mean what you say and say what you mean, okay? Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. And your last card here, the 10 of earth. Now I love this. 10's transitional number. Earth is, again, the number that we talked about, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Very solid energy. And I think we have actually on the 14th, we actually have Venus entering Taurus. So between, I would say, the 3rd and the 14th, you could see some stabilization in your emotions and in your family life too, okay? Because this is about a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Now, we do come to that new moon, and let's see where my cards are. There they are. We have that new moon in April on the 11th. It is in Aries, and that's at 10:30 p.m. New moons begin new projects, new starts, new anything, okay? So let's just take one card for the new moon and see what we have here. King of Swords. Okay, so remember the king underlying energy is air, which is swords. Oh, and the swords energy is air. Okay, so this is air. So this would be your again your Aquarius, your Gemini, your Libra. The King of Swords is like this is the oldest of the decks. This is the oldest of the cards, and this brings about great wisdom. So if this is something that you want, if you are planning on starting a new project at this time, this is a time really think things through. But, and again, too, I'm always saying, connect with your higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine archangels, whoever that is for you, because they will guide you. And that is actually where wisdom does help. Wisdom does come, is knowing that there is more than just you. Just thinking that we have all the answers is arrogance. So we don't have all the answers, but we know how to find many or some of those answers. The King of Swords, though, is just, it sees clearly, and I get the word crisp. Crisp, so is that, so basically crisp, whoever, I don't know, but I'm getting the word crisp. Okay, I talked about the 14th of April, Venus entering Taurus, which is an earth sign. I do feel that is going to be, that the emotions are going to start stabilizing more and more. And also this will be developing relationships. It'll be really kind of learning what makes other people tick. Okay. And then we come to the 19th of April and Taurus season begins. And so Taurus season will begin at 4:34 p.m. Now, let's just pull one from my arcane. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a bunch that just fell out. So let's see what we might have going on for Taurus. We're just going to do these real quick. Knight's underlying energy is fire. Ariel is earth energy. We've talked about that. Basically, in Taurus, there's going to be a lot to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. So Taurus is coming out already as a lot of this stuff has helped us to prepare, and now it's time to get busy. And remember, nights are directional. Here we go with the Page of Fire reversed. Page of Fire is follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Gabriel is fire energy. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Underlying energy of a page is earth. Now, we come back to, and again reversed, we come back to King of Michael. Now, King of Michael is the same as the King of Air. Okay? So, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So a lot of things that are happening in Aries, they really get moving in Taurus. And our last card is an Archangel energy card, so this is really, really strong. Archangel Azrael, and this is peace. That would be lovely. I would love Taurus. I would love Aries to end with Taurus beginning on a note of peace. That would be so lovely, wouldn't it? Now, Archangel Azrael. So remember Azrael's name. Release the past. And we've talked about a lot of that. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Now, one thing before we go on to our individual readings. I love this one, and so this is kind of like the end of, so that would be sometime in the end of April to the beginning of, the end of Aries season to the beginning of Taurus season. I think that would be lovely. But again, it's letting go of that past. It's, there's a lot of healing. Remember that Three of Swords, I think it was, or three. And there goes a card down there, but let's see what we have here. And let me go pick that card up. Excuse me. So what crystal or energy might be good for us? And I should have this too. I don't know that this is it. It just kind of looks like it. So anyway, Aragon, star clusters, earth healing, which we need, grounding, stress relief, and vitality. So we've got a lot of energy. So when I was talking about releasing the past, a lot of that has to happen with that 3 of air, which is the 3 of swords. Also that 6 of water. Now, lots of things happening, lots of really good energy, no matter where we're living. Again, too, I will go back to the words that I heard from higher power, and I'm reading it up here. It's up to you to claim your own personal power. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to your higher power, guardian angel, your spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, your archangel, whoever that is for you. Life is to be lived. Let go of stinking thinking. Oh, things are never going to get better. Da, da, da. No, we have to put out the positive energies, okay? And, okay, flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. So that's what we've got right now as our overview. And now we will start our individual readings. Hello, my Cancers, and welcome to Cancer in Aries season. Let's see what we have here now. So in the intro, I went through all the stuff I normally do, plus a lot more. I talk about the court cards. The one court card I did not talk about is the Queen. The Queen underlying energy is water. It is your energy. So emotional, it is flowing. It's very caring energy too. Now, remember, we do have the full moon on the 28th, and that does pull your heartstrings. You are the moon baby. You're going to need to stand above that, okay? I know that you may want to, oh, we have a card that's already flipped in here? Oh, okay. Okay, that's a flipped card. Haven't seen that flipped, so we'll still pull out we'll pull out 3 cards too. But, you need to make sure, at least with this, because Aries energy, fire energy, I feel that things are gonna heat up for you, my Cancers. Your water, kind of think of yourself as that pot on top of the fire, and you need to stay objective. You need to stay, clear-headed, okay? Here we go, 3 cards face down. Now, the first card, and this was the one that flipped in the deck, and I haven't used this card. I don't think I've used this card at all, so this has to be very close for you. So we have a 20. We have Archangel Jeremiah. Now, 20, we have our 2, we have 10, 10, transition, 2 decisions, crossroads. Things are happening for you. This is about renewal. This is things have to change, things have to start again too. You can let, with the emotion, with the moon coming, you can let the emotions swamp you, hold you down, or again too, you can be like the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air, whatever, and rise above that. And I'm going to say to you, I think you need to rise above, stay objective. Anyway, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Things are changing for you. Let's put this here. We're going to put these cards up. Here we go. First card, 10 of water. Water is your energy. 10s are transitional numbers. So we have a 10. We have 2 10s there too if we want to look at that. It's your energy. It is Pisces and Scorpio, fluid, emotional, like I said. It's very caring, very good, very moving into a better place, moving into a place of belonging, moving into, a place where you feel free, where you can breathe again, okay? Very positive. I'm feeling good. Anyway, again, I keep feeling that's Queen of Swords, Queen of Michael, Queen of Air, anyway. But it's not. I'm just feeling that. So a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Your next card is the Wheel. So we've got some 10 energy going on here. I know that this is a 2, but we can look at that as a 10-10. We got some 10 energy going on here. We have Archangel Michael now. Michael is the warrior and the defender. And, he will protect you. Call upon Michael. I kind of like to think of it, if he's busy, he sends somebody from his squad to help too. So, but Michael is there and will help defend and call, and like I said, protect and go forth into your battles. But the Wheel is about things moving on. So this is all a time of you moving on. This is not stagnant energy. This is not stagnant water. This is not gunky, moss-covered, kind of stinky water at all. This is fresh. This is flowing. This is things happening for you. Accept it. Ask for help. Ask for help from Jeremiah. Ask for help from Michael. And like I said, you've got a whole bunch of 10 energy right here. Anyway, this is a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So, I mean, really, now let's see what this one is. 5 of air. Okay, so 5 of air. Air energy is, again, our Gemini, Libra. It's also our Aquarius. 5s is about some change. Change energy. Change can be positive, negative. It can be neutral. It doesn't mean that it's easy. Even if it's positive change, it doesn't mean that it's easy. But the 5 of air is there's change. There's, change plans, things happening, movement for you. It may not necessarily be easy. It may not necessarily be seamless, or it might not just flow the way you want it, but it's happening, and there's nothing you can do to keep it from nothing you can do from stopping it or keeping it from happening. How's that? Anyway, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. I do feel very strong. 10 of swords, Queen of Swords, Michael, or air energy. You need to stay very focused. You need to temper down the emotions. You need to stay, very objective. You have to be clear thinking, okay? Do whatever you need with that to keep you there. Breathe, put it out there energy-wise. You are the moon, baby, so use that moon energy, that 28th. There's a lot of air energy around it, so speak it out, speak it out, speak it out. Okay. But this is a very interesting one here, because even 5, so if you think about it, everything's divisible by 5 here too. So there's 4 5s in this, there's 2 5s in this, there's 2 5s in that. So change and movement, change and movement, change and movement for my Cancers. Okay, there we go. And that could be with anything that you have been holding on to, anything that you have been wanting to move. Remember, the full moon has a lot of almost miraculous type of energy because it's trined with Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars is trined, and they're all in air signs. So let's see what we have here. What clarification from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Here we go. First card is, that is reversed. We have a number 6. That's very much what you can do, your number of man, what you can create. Third eye, chakra. Now, chakras are energy sources. The bottom one is your root or your base. Then we go to your sacral. Then we go to your solar plexus. I always get those two mixed up, but I know what sacral, solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and then your crown. Now, from the base or root to your heart is natural. Your heart, yes, your heart again, to your crown, it goes more towards that supernatural. And so your third eye is receptivity. Your third eye receives. This is one of those things that, this is pineal or pineal gland. I like to call it pineal gland. And, this is right here. That's your intuition. A lot of times these are the messages that you get. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. This is a receptor. It's not necessarily like the crown kind of is like an escalator going up and down, but this one is it's like sucking in the messages. Now, sometimes though, the pineal gland gets a little bit, many times it gets calcified. So things to do, you might want to rub it. Epsom salt baths. I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words, but Epsom salt baths for you. Also, too, you want to make sure you drink filtered water because some of the things in our water isn't necessarily good for our intuition, believe it or not. So you've got a lot of this angel energy here. You've got a lot of this transition, change energy. So part of it is you should listen to your intuition during this time because it will guide you where you need to go. Also, too, when you are relying a lot of that, I say this every day, or I try to at least say this every day, to my higher power, Cover me with your cloak of protection because I don't want to be picking up anyone else's energies. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Our next card here. Emotion. So we have a 5 again. Emotional loss. I feel a separation. As you move, there's a separation here for you. So something's separating for you. Something's ending for you, which would go with those 10 energies. Anyway, next card. Then we have a 9 and we have material harvest. So it's kind of like it's a give-take type of energy. Something has to end in order for you to get some, and that's a lot of that has to do with that full moon. Remember, release, relinquish, and request. So something could be happening around that time, especially for you as the, as the moon baby, 3 days before, 3 days after. But the emotional loss, now, and that also could be about what I keep saying is to put the emotions aside too. But I do feel that that could be these 2 5s. There's an emotional loss. There could be this, this change in plans, change in direction type of energy too. But it does work for you. It's just that, hey, sometimes we have to know a little pain in order for us to know our happiness. Sometimes we have to know pain in order for us to heal. So my thought is here is while this is here and this is here, I would concentrate more on the other cards. It's like, somebody can tell you, 9 wonderful things about you, and they tell you somebody tells you one not so wonderful or bad thing, and you start concentrating on that instead of seeing what the world is around you. Okay? Here we go. Words of advice. Osha Zen Tarot. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. Look to see where I can put this. Here we go. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. That's a 16. So 16. We have that 6. We have that 10. 10 to 6. Things have to dissolve in order for things to move on. So be aware that, and again, I feel like this is why I'm telling you to put the emotions, put your emotions to the side, okay? Because things have to come and dissolve before they can be built, okay? Thunderbolt can be scary. It can also be like the death card, things like that. It's like, oh no, no, no. Hey, it's like, things have to, like I said, break down, dissolve, collapse before you can build up again. Okay? So this is basically saying, this goes along with, again, your emotional loss and your 5 of air. And, part of it could be that maybe you're not quite ready to let go. And it's just, maybe you're not quite ready to let go, but you know what? It is time to let go. Here we go. Next card is awareness. So this is a 7. 7 has a divine energy to it. There is a lot of wonderful stuff with this. This is basically when this is kind of, that Saturn in Aquarius where it's illusion versus reality. And this is when you were under the illusion, you were so scared when you were, and now that things are getting clearer to you, maybe they still hurt. Maybe there's still some pain and there's still some, healing that needs to happen. But now that you're aware, you're not as afraid anymore. I mean, does that make sense? So, if you feel afraid during any of this time, really think about what it is you need to be concentrating on. Anyway, here we go. We are the world. We are the world. Another 10. So we are the world. We have 10, which is the wheel. We have another 10 here. So 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 comes to a 5. 5 has a change energy too. But we are the world, meaning things. What did we have here? The wheel. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Now, if you're going to stay there, then you're going to stay there. You don't have to move forward. The thing is, sometimes you can't not move forward, okay? Sometimes circumstances are saying, so be prepared that something has to let go. You need to be aware of the situation. You need to see the truth of the situation, and then you have to move on. This is what those words of advice are, okay? You have a ton of 10s, so you have 5 10 energies so far. So let's see what we have here. 1, 2, and 3. And this one's reversed. Here we go. Five of Raphael. Five of Raphael is five of water. So very similar to what this card is. And, so fives again, change, 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 change energy, water energy, your energy. Things have to happen. Things have to happen. You cannot stay where you're at right now. Things have to move forward, okay? Emotionally, physically, whatever it is, whatever the situation, it has to move forward. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So you've got you've got those tens and those fives going on here. Next card up, the Knight of Raphael. There is definite movement with the Knights. You've got to be focused on that. Remember, underlying energy is fire. Water energy is your energy. There's an emotional commitment with this. There's also, I feel like the Knight of Raphael is freeing you. I feel like you also, it's kind of like chains falling off and there's a freedom coming and you're heading into that. Okay? So committed. Okay, the Knight of Raphael is romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So maybe you're being pulled into something new that's just going to make you feel like I said, I feel like that it's a freeing experience. Chains are falling off, and you could find that if you have that relationship that's healthy. That's exactly what that can feel. If you have people that support you, a significant other that supports you, that could exactly be what this is about. Anyway, your last card here, the Magician. So now we don't have 10 energy, but we've got that 1. So, maybe that's what we have. So, let's take a peek at this again. So we had 10, 2, or 2 tens, 10. So we have a 1, 1, 2. Okay. We had another 10 here. We had the 7, divine, and now we have a 5. We had a couple of 5s, 5, 5, 5. Now we come to a 1. So remember Archangel Jeremiel, Michael, and now we have Archangel Raziel. The future is in your hands. We have a 1. You can make anything happen. Remember, I've talked about in the beginning, that full moon. That full moon could be magical. Remember, air energy. That's why I keep saying we need to keep our vibrations high. We need to speak it out. We need to put it out there, what we want. And here we are, the Magician. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Oh, wow. My Cancers, this is like an overwhelming reading, and that's where I think where those 5s come in, because change, this is like a big change in whatever this is for you. Please let me know. Please let me know. Anyway, I am going to pull one from my guardian angel. This is Redley Valentine. These are very gentle, kind cards. They're a little bit too wordy to use in just a regular reading, but you can pull one. And they've been coming to, well, actually, this is the one that was left. I'm going to pull 2 because this one was the one that was on top. So let's see what we have. Both of these are reversed. Here we are. Okay, so here we have a 5 again. So here we have some changes again. Embrace those around you. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you, like we're talking about down here, who love you, and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. Well, you got the Magician. That's a lot of new ideas. Here's the last one. Let's see if we've got any of those 5s or 1s or 10s. Here we go. No, but we do have Healer of Thought, and that is air energy. I think this might be, I can't tell if this is the page or if this is the Knight, but this is air energy. It's time to clean up your life. Wow. Wow, this is powerful. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you, this could even be the Queen of Air that I'm talking about. Oh, my thing went away. Don't go away. Anyway, we're not going to stop. Here we are. Okay, let's go on here. Strange. I don't know why this is happening, but okay. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. Wow. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, has a wonderful sense of humor, and offers a lot of life experience. That is, we'll put this over here, the healer of thought. Not sure why my camera did what that is. There we go. Here we are. Not sure why, but I'm not going to stop because this is just too much. I love that. It's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. Whoa! Big stuff, my Cancers. Anyway, let's go on and see what crystal or energy would be helpful for you through Aries. Here we are. Reversed. Black obsidian now. Let's see. This is tourmaline. I think this is my obsidian. Sometimes I get mixed up. Well, I do a lot. But black obsidian, carry it with you, put it at your bedside. This might be something really strong, especially with all this going on. Anyway, strength, support during changes, everyday stress relief, clears negative energy. Wow, I would definitely, with all of this stuff going on, my Cancers, I mean, this is only like $2-3 if you can afford it. I'm not trying to spend your money. Don't spend a lot of money. Though there are places I think that do those in bracelets. Anyway, your reading has probably, I think yours has the most changes to it. I want to hear from you. Okay. If you enjoy my readings, remember the button, like, and I need you to share, please. And subscribe. As always, my Cancers, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.